Hey, listen up. I want to show you how to track your Plane of Sky progress easily and efficiently using one of the many website tools that are out and available online today. You know, I see a lot of people using spreadsheets, taking handwritten notes, or stopping mid-run to look something up to see if they need it. You don't need to do any of that, and I'm going to show you how. So the first thing you do is go to the bank here. It took me way too long to realize that this chest in Plane of Sky Quest Room is a bank. So let's open the chest, and then let's open the Dragon's Hoard. And as long as you have the bank and the Dragon's Hoard open, you can output everything in your possession to a file. So the command to do that is /output file space inventory. And it's going to create an inventory text file here. Now we're going to go to this website, eqlposky.com. I'm going to put the link in the description, but you go to inventory and go to choose inventory.text. So you'll go C, users, public, Daybreak Game Company, installed games, EverQuest Legends. And then I like to sort on date modified because you just created a file. It should be right at the top. So select it there. You don't really, I wouldn't worry too much about what's happening on the screen. I know it looks really busy and there's a lot of stuff here, but you really don't need to read any of this. One limitation that the inventory file has is that it's not gathering any information about stuff that's in your storage, like your currency storage. So if you have all of your Plane of Sky runes down here at the bottom sitting in your inventory storage, you do need to go back to your character and review those runes and manually select on the site which runes you have and which runes you don't have. If these runes are just in your inventory, they will get picked up and they will get checked off automatically. We're just going to close this. You don't have to do anything else here. It's got it in the site. Close this. And if you look on the sidebar here, it shows you how many of the different quests you've completed, which quests you have the items to complete today. And, you know, it's just a really great tracker. It kind of helps you unlock different classes. So here's my progress. I've unlocked 4 additional classes so far. And so if I go to Berserker, I know that I have this ready to turn in. I have a Feather Cape and a Wind Rune Azia. But, you know, something I want to show you about the site, let's say that there's a lot of different recipes that use Wind Rune Azia or any of the runes. So sometimes, even though I have the stuff to turn it in, I may not want to turn it in because maybe I'm saving that rune for something better. So let's say that I have the stuff to turn in for Shot of the Sky, Wind Rune Azia. I'll just scroll up here to the search and I'll just type in Azia. And it's going to show me everything, every recipe that uses this rune. And I can kind of use that to prioritize what I want to turn in with my limited runes. When I look at my inventory and I've got a type of rune and I've got like 5 or 6 of them, I don't really care. It's really those runes I only have 1 of, or maybe even 2 of, especially at the beginning. But you can do that for any of these items too. You know, like if you get an Afridi Great Staff, you know, you can just copy that, put it in the search bar, and what else uses a Afridi Great Staff? This Berserker Cudgel of the Fool, Necromancer Gorgon Head Staff, and that's it. You know, so I know that as soon as I get 2 Afridi Great Staffs, I don't need to pick any more of those up. What's kind of neat about this is even if I cleared out my inventory, you know, if I just kind of dumped all this and started from scratch, when you open your Dragon's Hoard in your bank and you're creating that output file, it's look at my Dragon's Hoard here. This is all Plane of Sky stuff, right? These are just random, you know, Plane of Sky weapons. The site is going to read that and go ahead and put it in here, and it knows that I've, you know, it knows, like we had Dagas earlier, right? I could go here and I could just, it already knows that I've turned it in. But yeah, and that's basically it, guys. You know, just what I recommend doing, especially as you're starting Plane of Sky, if you haven't been here for very long yet, is just clear out your bags and loot everything, you know, and then at the end of a run, create that output file, load it into the site, and you're gonna have a really quick way to determine what kind of stuff can I go ahead and get, what kind of stuff am I close to getting, what am I working towards. You know, every class has a few chase items. So like I'm a monk, for example, so of course I want the Wu's Fist of Mastery. So, you know, I'm like, you know, I did my first run, I'm like, do I have it? No, you know, and spoiler, I didn't have it for like 20 runs after that either. But, you know, I can see like how close I'm getting to completing that item and then getting that best in slot weapon item. Yeah, so that's it. Let me know if you have any questions. Happy to help.